as we seek to give you updates on what's been making headlines in the country and still is, of course, and beyond. My name is Akisa Wandera. Our sign language interpreter is Meresha Owiti. And top on our story at this hour, it is a big day for doctors and for striking doctors, especially as their officials. The Court of Appeal has ruled that their officials should be released pending negotiations. The LSK and the Kenya National Human Rights Commission will be spearheading those talks, and they are all converged at the Uhuru Park, where we are live as KTN News. Our reporter, Dr. Mercy Korir, among them, and she will be telling us what exactly is happening at Uhuru Park. Seems to be a big day, Mercy, for doctors.
Definitely, Akisa, despite it being a very hot, but definitely a very good afternoon to the doctors fraternity here, and it's a very infectious and joyous mood with the doctors, with the pronouncement that the 7 top officials of the union will be released today so that negotiations could resume. The doctors are jovial, they are jubilant, and you could see it all over as we did the procession throughout the CBD up to here at the Uhuru Park, Akisa. And we'll get in touch with some of the doctors, and they'll tell us what their mood is and what the way forward, what they think the way forward will be with this negotiation and the strike. But definitely from Uhuru Park, it's a joyous and a very jubilant afternoon for the doctors.
Right, definitely, and that is one of the big stories we'll be focusing on at this hour. We'll go back to Uhuru Park in a bit, but remember, we'll also be taking a look at the mood in the counties. Remember, clinical officers in various parts of the country also have their grievances. We will be bringing you more details on that, and of course, an extension of the mass voter registration exercise that was expected to end yesterday. Good afternoon. Let's begin the bulletin. It is a big win today for striking doctors after the Court of Appeal ordered the release of their jailed union officials. A 3-judge bench made the ruling after lawyers representing the parties recorded consent. The court had asked the lawyers to reach a consent, saying that the suit will not realize its objective if all the lawyers were allowed to address the court. KMPDU officials were committed to 1 month jail on Monday for contempt of court.
Now, this is the order that we have endorsed in the file. This matter was before us today for hearing of an application under Rule 5(2)(b) for stay of execution of an order made by the Employment and Labor Relations Court. Upon the application being called out, all the parties' advocates are present in court, and having been given an opportunity by this court to discuss the matter, have now come back and agreed on a consent which has been confirmed by all the parties' counsel and adopted by the court as follows. 1. That applicants number 1 to 8 in civil appeal appellants number 1 to 8 in civil appeal number 9 of 2017 shall be released forthwith from prison pending the hearing of the appeal. 2. That the applicants, respondents, and interested parties undertake to resume negotiations forthwith with a view to resolving their outstanding issues in order to restore normalcy in the public sector. 3. That the Law Society of Kenya and the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights will jointly lead the mediation process and file a report in this court within 7 days. And 4. That the parties shall appear before the court on 23rd February 2017 and the matter mentioned before any bench of this court for further directions. And finally, that there shall be no orders as to course.
Well, that's what happened in court in the morning, and just after that, opposition leader Raila Odinga, who attended that particular session this morning, condemned the jailing of the union officials. Raila said jailing of the doctors has denied thousands of Kenyans the opportunity to get medical care as the strike continues. This is what he had to say.
First, I want to congratulate the judges for this ruling, and the lawyers who have worked all over the night to prepare this case for release of these doctors. And I also congratulate the doctors for this major achievement. But I say that I'm sad, and we are all sad as Kenyans, that this should be happening in our country to doctors. We don't think that subjecting doctors to prison imprisonment is a solution. We have a new constitution which guarantees the rights of each and every Kenyan, a right to protest, a right to picket, a right to demonstrate, a right of freedom of expression. It doesn't matter what the doctors were saying. Nothing can justify incarceration of innocent doctors, basically because of this. Negotiation must be always the way out of any kind of dispute. We must look for healthier resolution to disputes in our country. I think that this government has lost it. It is violating the rights of Kenyans, and at this moment in time, it is very instructive that the president is silent. This is the time when the president should be speaking, not addressing people about voter registration, not talking about how NASA is going to fail. This is the time for the president to lead from the front, like the Standard newspaper told him. This matter has dragged on for too long. So many innocent Kenyans have died in hospital for lack of treatment. A solution must be found to this crisis. But to the fellow Kenyans, this crisis shows that this government cannot lead this country to Vision 2030. And that's the reason why I would like to appeal to our people of Kenya, united as they are, irrespective of their various ethnic backgrounds, to unite together, to come together and vote out this government on the 8th of August so that we can put in place a government that will respect the rights of the people.
But to go back to your question, as private hospitals, myself working in Nairobi Hospital and also being a resident at the Kenyatta National Hospital, what we have done today is specifically for Nairobi Hospital is just to allow what I'd call skeletal staff to only handle emergencies. In other words, accident and emergencies in A&E, ICU work, as well as the critical care patients that may come up to the hospital. Otherwise, all other services in our clinics remain closed. That means our clinic at Galeria and our clinic at Warwick, as well as our general A&E clinic at the main hospital. And this is just a matter of solidarity so that we ensure this crisis ends now. Because there is no point in the poor man or woman in the public facility suffering, and yet the middle class in the private hospitals is business as usual. We want this crisis to end, and that's why we have joined our colleagues in 48 hours of making sure that the government acts and acts now, and if not now, then yesterday.
In the event that within 48 hours there's no solution to the strike, will the private hospitals continue with their closure, or will they resume services as usual?
I'm afraid I may not be able to answer that question. That question I let our leaders address it in terms of our KMA, Kenya Medical Women Association, and our union leadership. But as it now, the solution, the declaration is 48 hours of paralyzing work in what I'd call non-essential areas or non-critical areas. So we hope that in 48 hours we'll have a solution so that this issue is not escalated further.
We are joined also by another of our colleagues, Dr. Sylvia Kemunto. She's a medical doctor. She's pursuing her medical degree in psychiatry, and she'll be able to also tell us what is the situation like in Mathare, what is the situation like in the other private hospitals around Nairobi, or in the other public hospitals around Nairobi and the country. Yes, Sylvia.
Thank you. As you've heard, I'm Dr. Kemunto Sylvia. I'm a psychiatrist. I'm supporting this cause because as a mental health ambassador, we've seen a lot of issues, especially in Mathare. We don't have enough room for patients. We don't have amenities for the patients. Even a simple thing like water, we don't have. We find that our patients keep on getting cholera all the time, and it's something that has not been addressed. When you look at the country, we only have one public mental hospital, which is Mathare. We only have one private psychiatry hospital, which is Shiromale Medical Center. That means mental health services has been one of those services that have been stigmatized, and we don't seem to see the government actually addressing the deficit that is there. The human resource, the psychiatrists, we are just as few as 80 in number. There are some counties like Nyanza County that does not have the psychiatrist. There are some counties that have never seen a mental health service provision for them. They have to travel all the way to come to Nairobi to actually get assistance. So for me, this cause is not mine alone. It is for my patients. They will eventually see and get the services that they require. And maybe, for example, we might ever get stigma to be reduced in Kenya so that people can actually look for those services.
What does it mean now that the 7 officials are released from jail? Do we expect that the negotiations will resume immediately, or will there be some break for the officials to regroup and strategize? What do we expect after they are released today?
Let me say this, I will speak as a psychiatrist again. I do not expect the CBS 7 that were jailed to actually resume negotiations immediately. These are people who have been traumatized. These are people who have families which have been traumatized. We have to look at their mental stamina. Are they well? We have to assess them. We have to counsel them for them to be ready to go to these negotiations. The government does not know what it has done to them, and this trauma can go even to many years to come. And maybe another thing, that they should strike this sentence from their history, because they cannot take a certificate of good conduct. They are not villains, they are not bad people, but this history will be following them throughout their lives. They will not even apply to go to America because they will be looked at as people who are jail people. So I think they need to be looked at in their psychological aspect before they resume to negotiations. Yeah.
Do we expect that the doctors will change tact when the negotiations resume, whether they will want the CBA to be implemented as it was in 2013, or will there be still concessions as had been there before?
Honestly, I cannot say much about that, but I'm hoping that that when they go back to the negotiations table, there will be agreement. Whichever way it takes for us to go back to work, there shall come to a consensus. That is all I'm hoping for. But I will not know if there will be change of tact or we want the CBA 7 to be improvised in full. But in honesty, it is the best for the Mwananchi to have it in full.
Yes, thank you very much. Akisa, there we've had two of the doctors' union members who have given us a feel of what it is like now that the top 7 union officials have been released from jail and what we expect next. The court ruling gave them that the appeal court today said that the 7 officials should be released forthwith for negotiations to resume, to be mediated by the Law Society of Kenya and the Kenya National Human Rights Commission. So we expect that this will take effect immediately, and as the meeting progresses, we'll be able to interact with many more doctors. But right now, we'll be joined by one of the colleagues who's a pharmacist practicing here in Nairobi. She'll be able to tell us also what does it mean to the pharmacists and to the pharmacy sector.
Dr. Korir,
the strike is like. Yes, Akisa.
Just give us a minute. We will definitely be getting back to Uhuru Park, but of course, Dr. Mercy Korir, they are joining us from Uhuru Park. We will definitely be speaking to her again. But remember, as she says, the 7 officials are set to be released. Our reporter Mark Namaswa will be joining us live from the Committee Maximum Prison. Thus, Kenya Medical Association urged all health professionals affiliated to it to withdraw services in protest to the jailing of doctors' union officials by a Nairobi court on Monday for contempt of court. And in retaliation to their members' sentencing, KMA announced revocation of Health Cabinet Secretary Cleopa Mailu and his Principal Secretary Nicholas Muraguri's membership to the association for 1 year. It accused the two of mishandling the doctors' strike. Let's see how that call is being heeded at the county level. And joining us now is Elvis Kosgei, live from Eldoret. Good afternoon, Elvis. Thank you very much for joining us. What is the situation in both the public and private hospitals? Have they heeded to this call, especially in private hospitals?
Good afternoon, Akisa. Currently, I'm at Uasin Gishu District Hospital, where, as you can see right now, I'm at the unit where the nursing mothers are here to be attended by the clinical officers. But apparently, in the morning, we saw that more than 100 clinical officers stormed the county's head office, and they wanted the governor of Uasin Gishu, Jackson Mandago, to heed to their demands. They have been saying the county government has been taking them rounds and rounds, and they wanted uniform allowance and also allowance maybe for their salary increment, since they've stayed since December and they have not seen anything forthcoming in regards to their salary increment. Maybe if I could talk to one of the nursing mother, labda tuambie umekuwa hapa tangu muda gani, na tunaona kwamba maafisa wa afya wamekuwa wakiandamana leo.
Mimi nilikuja hapa asubuhi saa 2 kamili, nikapata kama daktari wanapanga kwenda strike. Nimekaa mpaka saa hii hata sijashughulikiwa na sijui kama ndashughulikiwa hata.
Je, kuna tatizo nini? Mtoto ni mgonjwa ama amekuja check up, na unaona kwamba labda wale mgomo ambao umeendelea madaktari imeweza kuathiri kwa kiasi kikubwa?
Inaenda kwa muda mrefu sana.
Umeathirika kivipi?
Nimeathirika kuanzia asubuhi mpaka saa hii sijashughulikiwa.
Kwa hiyo labda serikali iweze kufanya nini ili labda hii tatizo iweze kuisha?
Itusaidie tu, kwa sababu tuko na shida mingi. Hata wengine wanakuja wagonjwa wanarudi hivyo hawajashughulikiwa. Kwanza kuna mwenye amekuja hapa kuanzia asubuhi mpaka saa hii anaambiwa ati hakuna daktari. Amerudi hivyo. Daktari, serikali watusaidie kabisa.
Akisa, you've heard from a nursing mother who was here as early as 8 and been attended to up to now. Currently, like I told you, the health officers, or also the public health officers as the clinical officers, are all in the county head's office to seek, maybe to talk to the county officers who will heed to their demand later. As you can see, the long queue still continues and it's a snail pace, and we'll just update you of what will be happening here at Uasin Gishu District Hospital.
All right, Elvis, we'll definitely be looking forward to those updates. Elvis Koskei there joining us live from Uasin Gishu County as we continue monitoring the situation here in Nairobi and in the regions with the health crisis entering its day 73.